we're not shaming anybody, guys. We're just humbling ourselves before you. Yes, Lord.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Kenyan Beast, of course. Come with me. Let's do the African way every day, every time. Now, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Now, in today's video, we are gonna react on this video.
Please forgive us. As I speak, I'm going to ask the white Americans in the room to please repeat after me. On behalf of myself and on behalf of my country, to you and all African Americans, from the beginning of our nation's history, in honor of your ancestors and on behalf of your children, please hear this from my heart. I apologize. Please forgive us. With this prayer, I acknowledge the depth of the evils that have been perpetrated against Black people in America. From slavery to lynchings to white supremacist laws to the denial of voting rights, to all the ways, both large and small, all of them evil, all of them wrong, for all the oppression and all of the injustices. I apologize.
This video is about black or white people asking for forgiveness from the black people. Now, let me tell you, long time ago, during colonization, a lot happened to black people. Black people suffered in the hands of white people. Others were being sold as slavery. That's why they are called Black Americans, because they are being born in America and some other parts of the white nation. They are being called Black Americans. Afro-Caribbeans, they are being sold to Jamaica, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, and every country in Caribbean island. Now, these white people, they are asking forgiveness to the black people for the mistakes that were done by our forefathers, for the things they did to our forefathers, for the things they made our people went through, for the torture and everything they made our forefathers pass through. You know, they did a lot to us. They did a lot to our forefathers, black people. Now, the question here is it genuine or not genuine? That's number one. But another thing is, we understand that if you are asked for forgiveness, you must do everything that comes with the forgiveness. For example, if you stole my land and you're asking my forgiveness, you need to give me back my land. Okay? If you chased me away from my country or my premises and you're asking me for forgiveness, you need to do what is right. Okay. Other people are saying it's okay and it's right for them and it's a good thing. They are asking for forgiveness for because of their forefathers did to our forefathers. Yeah, sure. Other people are saying that they are mocking us. So it's a lot of things. I know you have seen the video. Let's react on this video. What do you think personally? What's your take about this video? You've seen people in church, white people asking African Americans for forgiveness for what they did. And you have seen even others kneeling down in front of the black people. Yeah. So what do you think?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me here.
Welcome.
And let me say a little about that. You know, I've seen the video. I have watched them, as they were actually asking for that forgiveness. They were actually in church, and it was some in form of a prayer. And it's not bad, it's good, because actually the old like everything that they did to our land and to our ancestors and to the people of our land, it's not appealing, it's not interesting, and it's not good at all. So that forgiveness they made, they deserve to ask for that forgiveness. They are supposed, it's needed of them to ask for that forgiveness. Okay. The first question was, is it genuine? That is the first question we should be asking ourselves, because asking for the forgiveness, anybody can come out and ask for a forgiveness.
Yeah. So that first question
Yeah.
came because the white people are still controlling black people. They are still doing. We have a lot of racist. We have a lot of things that still continue, even if it's not direct, but indirect. So is it genuine?
So the question remains: is it genuine? Becoming the first question: is it genuine? I will start from like behind a little bit. First of all, these people that are in church asking for the forgiveness are not the people who actually practically did
To us,
to us that. Okay.
yeah.
This is another generation that has arisen, and they've had stories, they've seen videos, they've seen pictures of how Africans were being
Tortured.
They were being tortured, they were being humiliated,
Killed,
they were being killed,
raped,
yeah,
everything.
every sort of bad things. And they have decided to make a step of coming up and asking for that forgiveness. Okay? But in real sense, they are not the actual people who did that. Again, we are not the actual people who were humiliated and tortured, but our ancestors, the people like who died a long time ago. Are you getting the point? Now, you see, a lot of things are happening right now, especially how the whites are still doing like
Racism.
like how they are still doing those things to us, those bad things to us, and they are treating us so bad, and we even get to a point that we still feel like we are still
Under colonization.
like we are still being enslaved. Okay, the way they're using our governments, the way they're using our resources, all those things. Are you getting the point? And I can tell you this. In another hand, that forgiveness, that that sympathy they show, that act of asking for the forgiveness, that step they took, those people we saw can be genuine, but also it cannot be genuine. We don't know. But you see, in every country, in every citizen, in every human being, as long as you are a human being, we have human beings that are good. We have human beings that are bad. I want you to follow me very clearly.
Okay.
If we get to the United States of America, we have white people. Okay? If we go to Russia, we have white people. If we go to Germany, we have white people. The countries that I've mentioned are the countries of the whites. Are you getting the point? If you come to Africa and you ask a lot of people about how the whites behave, they will tell you the white people are bad because they keep on mistreating the blacks. Are you getting the point? But I want to tell you this. If you go to that US, there are good people there, and there are also bad people in that United States of America. Same to Germany, same to Russia, same to any other country, same to China, same to Japan, same to like those countries, those superpower countries, and many other countries from the West. Okay?
Yeah.
There are people that are good in those countries. There are people that are bad in those countries. There are people that they are genuinely good, like they are just good. They have a heart of a human. They have the sympathy. they know other humans as human beings. When they see an African or when they see a black person, they see that person as a brother and as a sister. There are those kind of people in the US, trust me. And there are now these other side of people who perform racism, who are malicious, these people who are bad, these people who they mistreat other people. Also, we have those kind of people. Trust me. Okay?
Okay.
Now, in a house that we have two brothers, you are a brother to me, I am a brother to you. Okay? Our family is known as a bad family, a killing family. We kill people. Okay? But in this family, you are good. And I am the one who is bad in this family. So I keep on killing people. Okay? But you go to that corner praying and asking God for the forgiveness on behalf of the family. Okay? But once the family is not ready to change, me and your mother and your father and your other siblings, we keep on doing the bad things. But you has accepted yourself, you've accepted yourself, you are praying for the family. Or maybe you're asking for the forgiveness on the behalf of the family. But the family is not ready to change. So you are genuine. That is what you really want. But now the
question is, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me take, for example, you're the family you're saying about it is stealing from people.
Yeah.
And you have seen the things they are being stolen.
Yeah.
There's a television there, there's a laptop there. You know this laptop was being stolen from someone called Eric. And you are praying for forgiveness.
Yeah,
will you take that thing back?
That was a question number 2. That was a question number 2, and I was going there.
Let's go there.
You see, now, that is why I want to connect the two so that you understand well. Okay? So you're praying on the behalf of that family, asking for the forgiveness on the behalf of that family. But the same family does not show a will or an intention to change. Okay? You are one. Because the people we saw there were just a set of people, like a few people in that church, a few people. But remember, we have a whole country. We have a whole leadership of the country that is not willing to change, that is still doing the same things. Okay? The leaders that have power, they are doing the same things. But these are just a set of people asking Kenyans for the forgiveness, or maybe asking Africans in particular for the forgiveness. Are you getting the point?
Yeah.
Now, you standing on the behalf of the family, we have the things we took. When we kill people, we take their things, we are having them. Okay?
Yeah.
How are you able to stop us? Or maybe how are you able to come and convince us? Because we are many. I am me, your father, your mother, and other siblings. Okay? How are you able to come and convince us take those things back? Okay? Because you do not have power actually. You don't have power. So how are you able to come and convince us? That is the question. You're getting the point? These are just a few people that were asking for that forgiveness, and we saw them. We really saw them. From myself inside, I can say it was genuine. Okay? But those people are supposed now to form organizations. This is what they're supposed to do. And form organizations and make that organization big. They speak to the leaders of their countries, to the governments of their countries, and tell them this and this and this was wrong. We are supposed to take this step and do this and do this and do this, and stop doing what we are doing. Because even if you ask me for the forgiveness, let me tell you something. There are two kinds of forgiveness. Number one, I come to you, I wrong you. Okay? The moment I wrong you, I have wronged God. Are you getting the point? If I come to you and ask you for the forgiveness, if you don't forgive me, you are also a bad person. Okay? So you may not enter heaven. But if you forgive me, you have taken out that burden. Now you have opened your way to heaven.
But the question is, first of all, the question is, yes, you have. How can I forgive you? You took my land.
Yes.
And then you are asking my forgiveness.
Listen.
And then you still have the land.
That is, listen.
Will I forgive you?
That's the point. Listen to me. I come to you I told you two kinds of forgiveness. Two. Number one, the person you wrong needs to forgive you. Okay? And also God needs to forgive you. Okay? Now, do you know the reason as to why you are supposed to forgive me? Because if you don't forgive me, you may not go to heaven. Okay? If you don't forgive me, you may not go to heaven. Because God says everybody should forgive and forget. That is point number one. Now, it is your responsibility to forgive me for you to enter heaven. Another set of forgiveness. Now God needs to forgive me. Okay? You forgive me whether I return or I don't return. Just forgive me because it is your responsibility to forgive me.
It's my responsibility according to Christians. But remember here, we are dealing with the people. Most of them, other people are pagans. They don't know that.
Not according to Christians. What I'm saying, you give me time to finish so that you understand me. What I'm saying applies to everybody.
No. There's some people, they don't believe there is heaven. So it does not apply to them.
If I finish, you will understand. If I finish, you will understand. Let me finish. I just told you it is your responsibility to do what? To forgive me. Whether I return or I don't return. It is your responsibility. Okay? But now, the other person, now me, I came and I went with it. I have come for the forgiveness without it. You have to forgive me whether I return or I don't return. To clean yourself. If you want to be in a good relationship with God, you forgive me. If I don't return, I know myself, I know, I am supposed to bring it back so that I'm forgiven. Your side is to forgive me. Forgive me and leave it. Okay?
Here in earth, we're supposed to do what it takes.
Yeah, do what it takes.
Things, bring the thing. I forgive you.
And
if you don't bring the thing, we still have problem. Because let me tell you something.
Yeah.
According to my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, for the white people asking the African Americans for forgiveness, those set of people, is a good gesture. I believe that if everyone from the government and the law and the authorities and everything does the same thing, it will be good. But this clip was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
After 3 years, we have seen a lot of things going on. They are still stealing. They are still creating fights in Congo and everywhere and taking the resources. So, if you asking for the forgiveness, but still the things are being done,
you see,
that's like you are mocking us.
Yeah, and that is where now the problem is. You know, the set of forgiveness, the part of forgiveness, there's no problem. And the problem comes when now the forgiveness has been, like they've brought they've come and asked for the forgiveness,
and they have to leave Africa too. They have to leave the Africa for the Africans. They don't have to come and create war so that they can dig gold, they can take our oil, they can take everything.
Yeah, that's the things that they are doing, and we all know that. Okay, so that simply tells us, and that is why I told you, the people that ask for the forgiveness, they were just a few set of people.
Representatives.
Not the whole. Actually, they were church members.
Representative of the white.
And that's why I told you, in every country, I began this topic from far. In every country, every place, there are good people and there are bad people. Those few people, you saw them asking for the forgiveness. Can I tell you something for real? Can I tell you something for sure? If those people were genuine when they were asking that forgiveness, because God sees their heart, those people will access heaven live and direct. I can tell you that for free. And that was exactly my point. Are you getting that? But because the government or maybe the other people who were never there, because they are still mistreating the Africans, it doesn't mean those few people who asked for the forgiveness, they won't go to heaven. That was my point. They asked for the forgiveness. But we have people who are still retaining our things. Okay? That is why I said, those people, they came, they are asking for the forgiveness on behalf of the people who mistreated the Africans. Okay? They are not the one. But on behalf of those people, it shows some kind of faithfulness.
Let me tell you this thing. You know, when the whites were taking these things, they were saying, Africans, they were telling us our gold is in heaven. that these earthly gods is not ours. And that's why Africans are still in poverty, believing that this is not our things. So they come and take because we believe earthly goods and things is not ours. Our gold is in heaven.
Yeah.
What do you say about this? These are white people. They're asking black people for forgiveness. And I believe that it's a video from sometimes back, but a lot of people have been talking about it time to time. And I see asking for forgiveness for that set of people is not bad. It's a good gesture. But remember, time to time, Africans are living in scars. We have the scars and everything.
Yeah.
We're still having the racism. When we see a racist, we remember. When we see a black man or black woman being mistreated, we remember. When we see people in Congo, people in Rwanda, in where they're fighting because of the white people, we remember everything. So at some point, we are still living under the manipulation of the white people. Yes. And the manipulation of the colonizers. We're still living under the colonizers. So the good forgiveness, I could think that what I think have to happen, that for Africans to forgive them, of the black people forgive them. The good one for me personally is that the white people should leave Africa for Africa. The white people are here in Africa and we give them spaces. They live in Africa very good and everything. When a black man goes to the US of A, he will be there according to the law. So we want the white people too to be here according to the law. Don't come in Africa and take our things away. Don't create wars here. Don't do some things that will be, if you white people are genuinely having the asking for forgiveness, then they should play their role. They should leave African resources for Africans. It's not a bad thing. I believe they are good white people and I love them. They are human beings. We have the same blood. But do your part too. And that's what I can say according to me. What do you say on the comment section?
Let me tell them something. You know, we all know and we understand what we are supposed to do. Don't treat your fellow human being, the person that was created like you by God, like an animal. Okay. We don't have to. We have people who are good in this life. We also have people who are very bad in this life. We have witnessed Africans mistreating Africans. We have witnessed the white people mistreating the white people. It happens. Check it. You'll find it. So we have good people and we have bad people in this life. But what I can say, there is only one thing that is going to help us. It starts by home. Charity begins at home, always. Charity begins at home. It will start by home. It will start by you as an individual. It will start by your country. It will start by your leader. And it will start by us. Because the whites may not be able to leave our country, and the whites may not be able to leave our resources. The whites may not be able to stop manipulating us and demoralizing us and doing all those kind of things if we don't stand out and say no to it. African continent is a big continent. Africa by itself is big. We have great leaders who can come together and say, we are joining hands together and saying no to the manipulation, saying no to the demoralization, saying no to the humiliation, and they will be heard. Do you know why?
Let me tell you something.
Wait.
Just to there's a summit Ruto was in, and he said on that summit that we as Africans, we don't want to depend on them again. We can do it by ourselves.
Yeah.
But what did
I heard it
the last time?
And that is why I'm talking about the genuinity. You know, when we talk about Africans rising and coming out, we're not talking about, like, you know, action speaks louder than words. I can speak something right now today and I don't do it. There are people who say, yes, I'll do it, but they don't do it. There are people who keep quiet, but they do it. My question, and that's why I said,
being the we are going to the end.
and that is why I said it starts with us. So, like, for example, the example that he has just said, William Ruto, he said to that summit, we don't want to be ruled, to be manipulated, but still he did the same thing. So Africans, we ourselves, we are the ones who are allowing those things to happen to us, because he spoke and he went against. We don't want Africans like those ones, and that is why we shall keep on being manipulated. Right now we are manipulated because of what he said and he went against. He would have stood by that, we would have not been into this mess that we are in right now. So it's us to come back together, join hands together, decide on one thing, and we go by it. We be faithful to our own selves, we be faithful to our own people, and decide we are going to live as Africans. We shall not be poor, because we have a lot of things to make us rich. Okay, we are not supposed to depend on them, because even what it has been taken already, even if it's brought back, it's just nothing. But we still have opportunity and authority and the capability to stand up and do things. If it comes on the time of forgiving, leave them. Let them. They have to. Yes, they have to leave our country. That is what we know. They should leave our country. If they are asking for a genuine forgiveness, let them leave our country. And if they are in our country, they should be in our country with our own permission. The same way we are supposed to be in their country with their permission. They shouldn't treat us as kids. Okay? But we shouldn't have that bitterness. Oh, we'll get to a point, we shall start fighting, and it will not help us. Our leaders needs to come together, decide on one thing, and that is the way forward.
That is his opinion. I have my own opinion. You have your own opinion. Tell me in the comment section what you think. I am the Kenyan Beast, of course. We are doing it the African way every day, every time. I'm tired of holding this microphone, so just support me. I want to buy another microphone so that everyone have its own. And this is my merchandise, African way. You can support me by just purchasing the merchandise, and it will be God with you. Peace be with you.